What's good, guys? I decided I kind of wanted to start recording these and posting them to YouTube, mainly for me, as kind of a what went wrong and how to do better next time, and partly just because I'm bored. So this will be a reverse grid sprint. I will be starting virtually at the back. And starts on this game, especially without traction control, are just not my thing. I've not had a good start in a very long time. You can see it there, we just lose a ton of speed at the start. Alfie's on AI, and I think Carl may have disconnected, along with the Haas. So we're just very instantly up into P17, up into P16, because the Alpine of Rostamol is going very slow. Time Tool is kind of lagging about. When we're up into P15 by the end of the first sector.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
And it's like he lets off the brake, and we just hit each other at the apex. For some reason, they just kind of slam into each other, which isn't optimal for them. But fine by me. It's more momentum for me. And coming into turn 12, Nello just switches and sends it, and kind of spins on the apex, stopping my teammates' speed, so we'll just happily take advantage of that. So up into P15, right behind the leader, or owner rather, of this league, NTK Nello. So a pretty productive lap 1, P18 to P15 just about. And just keep trying to get positions. Our teammate, for some reason, pits here. I think he has damage. So that's not good for him.
We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Coming to turn 1, Nello just completely outbreaks himself. But we still let him go past. We don't really want to go side by side through this sector 1. Because we'd lose a lot of time to the cars ahead. But the Williams, going very slow, nearly causes us to crash. And now Nello just pushes the Williams wide. We get a little bit of wheel banging. And then Nello, it looks like, spins along with Taz. So we're up into P12.
Okay, clear.
P13. No, that's P12. Okay.
There's been an incident on track, but
safety car
officials
gets
aren't looking
deployed.
to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
In hindsight,
okay,
I
the safety
probably
car is
should have
out.
hit here,
Safety car is out.
but I
We
didn't
need to
think
form
hards
up at
would
reduced
last
pace.
that
Keep a
long,
close eye on that
pace-wise.
delta time. Make sure
So
to
we're
keep
just
it
gonna
positive.
go long, put on the softs, and just do basically qualifying laps to the end. Which in hindsight, again, was not very smart. But anyway, skipping to the end. And the Mercedes goes very early. It's like turn 18 right before the turn 19 grandstand. And I think it catches virtually everyone off guard. Especially because you can't overtake before the line here. So, starting off kind of on our back foot. And the main goal for this first lap after the safety car restart is just to be as close as we can.
Push now, push.
When the DRS comes online.
Okay, clear.
And we try to fancy move on the outside, but Dirk just kind of pushes us onto the curb and we get a lot of oversteer. So again, back onto the back foot. So now all we really can do is just heat our tires up and stay as close as we can for the DRS, unless one of them makes a mistake. So coming in, we just get a slightly better run and fancy move around the outside. We leave him a bit of space. He leaves us some space.
Remember,
nice
box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
3 seconds, which would have been very bad for my race. So we're up into P4. right behind the original Wolf. And coming into this corner, he takes a really weird line. And we think about going up the inside, but aren't committed enough either way. So we lose some time, but they brake very early.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
And we get a pretty good run coming out of the last corner. And end up braking late down the inside into turn 1. And Dirk follows us through, which is not what we wanted at all. We kind of wanted some space in between us, just as a barrier. But it's fine. Coming down the back straight, we decide to go around the outside. Thankfully, he leaves us some space.
2 cars in one go. Great job. Really impressive.
Coming into this corner, the Mercedes just kind of outbrakes himself. And a little bit of contact model wheel hooking. And he doesn't turn in as much as Dirk did. So another contact model issue, and he just gets spun around. So we're down into P3. Dirk, unfortunately, is in P1. Just getting past Dirk. I think the other dude pitted. So now, I think we'll go a few more laps. At the end of lap 8, we're coming to pit. Another issue on this game for me is that I've actually had a few mistakes where I'll either go early on this and get a slow stop, or after this just jump before I'm actually down and lose a second because I have to pull the clutch in and put it back out. That wasn't bad.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
Coming out in what looks like P10, just in front of Rastamol. We're able to keep P10 into turn 1, and now it's just going to be 5 qualifying laps to the end. Just trying to gain as much time on these guys as possible. And coming into turn 9, the Ferrari gets a terrible exit, so it's just we're up in. And we actually cut across him. Thankfully he ghosts, or that would have been race over virtually for us. Kind of messy right there. But anyway, we get the DRS on the Haas. He doesn't have DRS, so it's a pretty easy move up into P8. And now it's just pushing as hard as we can to the end.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
And trying not to get held up too much by the people we're passing. Coming into lap 10, right behind our teammate. He doesn't fight us. I think he just goes, turns his battery off. So up into P7, behind the Red Bull and the Williams, who both have penalties. So net P5 at the minute. And coming in here, we brake a lot later than they do. And I'm right on the back end. I think about a move coming into turn 13 here, but just don't. Which is probably good. He would have turned in. And now we switch around, just send it in, get the car stopped at the apex. Now we're up into P6. I think Burger Boy spun, so we're up into P4, and so
green
did
flag.
Jordan.
Final lap, final lap.
And if you look over here, the Ferrari of Costa actually gets a disqualification because this really is just a 25% race. So you do need to pit at least once onto a different compound, or you will get that disqualification. And unfortunately for Costa, that's what you got. So final lap, we're in P2, just pushing as hard as we can to get within DRS of Alfie. And the tires just have no bite. You see, we missed those 2 apexes. We just don't have any confidence with the car anymore.
Just manage the gap to the car behind. We think they've got a time penalty.
We get just inside DRS. We really aren't close enough for anything. Don't get the best exit. We slightly miss the apex here. We just try to stay above 10% because it will decrease your engine power under 10%. And we're just not close enough to make a move. Right here, the tires are just absolutely dead. So unfortunately, we really just can't do anything. Those hards just have slightly more bite in them. Slightly more grip for exit speeds. But it's fine. We come in. We go last and end up P2, a solid sprint. And we will have virtually just given ourselves a quality ban.
Very lovely drive. On to the next
starting
one.
from the back. And we're going to end it here. Do another one for the actual race. Sayonara.